What's up guys, it's Commando Brick here, and today I'm going to be doing a LEGO Star Wars ideas video. This is just ideas for LEGO to do. They don't necessarily have to make these, but I think it would be a really awesome thing for LEGO to do because there's a lot of sets people are wanting, and I think a lot of those sets are in here. So if you enjoy the video, please smash that like button and let's get right into it. So for coming up first, we have the battle between Yoda and Darth Sidious. I think this would be an awesome one to have with two shock troopers. That tentacle guy, I don't know his name, don't care about his name, but you see him a couple of times. And then Darth Sidious and Yoda would be an awesome set to have. Of course, that cool like Senate building build. I think that would be really awesome. This is the best picture I could find of this because this is something I really want. It's a little bit small because it's like the whole Senate Council, but I think this would be a really cool one to have. Of course, I would love having those shock troopers and having that having the tentacle blue guy on the side would be a really cool exclusive minifigure, and I think this would be a great thing for LEGO to do. Next up, we have the Geonosian Arena with the monsters that are coming out, and I think this would also be a really cool one. I think this is one that LEGO's going to make. If you see on the bottom left-hand corner, there's a really nice Droideka design, which is the best one I've seen for a long time, probably the best one I've ever seen. And this is just a really cool one. You'd have that big gate that they used in the Rancor pit, and then another like brick built gate in the middle with Count Dooku and like that other ugly Geonosian guy with some of those monsters, and I think that would be a really cool set to come out with, and I think this is a very likely possibility for LEGO to do. Next up, we have the Jedi Council with all the Jedi, and I actually think it would be better if they had older Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi and no Qui-Gon Jinn, because this would just be a really cool one to have. I think if they did it, it would be from the Clone Wars era, because the new Clone Wars season just came out, which I thought was really, really good. I really enjoyed watching it. But this would be a cool one for LEGO to do, and I think this is a possibility, but it's probably pretty unlikely because they haven't done it, and I don't think they'll probably do it anytime soon. But next up, we have the Naboo B escort frigate. That's a lot to say. And then some Chinese writing under it. But I think this is a really cool one as well. This is one that a lot of mocks have been built out of, and I think this would just be an awesome one to have. It's pretty random. Like, there's just a lot of like random pieces that are thrown on it that it makes it look a lot better. Pretty similar to the UCS Falcon. You'd have that printed plate on the bottom with some cool minifigures, and I think this is a very good possibility for LEGO to do. Next up, we have the Battle of Crate, which is another one. LEGO did this, I think, but they did it a little bit differently with some some of those ships. I forgot what they're called, like the snow speeders. I think coming out with another version of this would be really good because I just love the sand, like the red sand on it, and then the snow, which I think was a really awesome add-in for the movie. And I thought that wasn't a very good movie, but still, this would be a great Lego set to come out with. And yeah, pretty awesome. So next up, we have the coolest one of all the mocks, I think, besides the Yoda fighting Emperor Palpatine, and this is Luke's old home. It'd come with Uncle Lars, Aunt something, I forgot her name, Luke Skywalker, and a couple Tusken Raiders. Maybe not even Tusken Raiders. It could come with Jawas or something. But this would be a really awesome one to have as well. Oh, and also that droid. And it would just be like a big like sand pit, and then you'd have of course that house on the top that you see in Rise of Skywalker, which I thought was not a good movie as well. But this would just be a really cool one. I think it would definitely be based off the original trilogy, not the Rise of Skywalker. And yeah, pretty awesome thing that the guy created. So next up we have the Separatist Separatist ship. I forgot what it's called. Sorry about the writing up there, but this would be a really cool one to have. Also, Malevolence from the first couple of episodes you saw in the Clone Wars. This would be a really awesome one. And yeah, lots of minifigures in it. Maybe this is a little bit too many minifigures, but yeah, lots of minifigures would be good. And this actual design looks really good. It's really smooth, and it's very accurate to what you see in the Clone Wars, which is a great show. And yeah, that's that. So next up, we have like the bar chase with Anakin, young Anakin, or teenager Anakin, whatever, and then Obi-Wan and that bounty hunter lady who changes her face. And this is one they did speeder chase or chase with their their like floating cars thing or whatever. But they haven't made like a actual bar version of this, and I think this would also be a really cool one to have. And I'm surprised they haven't done this, but they're probably not going to do it. This is just something I added in because I thought it was cool. But coming up at last but not least, and probably the most likely, probably something LEGO's definitely going to do in the near future, is a UCS Venator. This is just the Clone Wars version of a Star Destroyer before Order 66 happens. And they could make a Playscale one, they could make a UCS one, it wouldn't matter to me. I think a UCS one would be far more likely and far cooler. I think if they did an inside, that would be awesome, but if they didn't do an inside, I'd be perfectly fine with that. I think if they made one, it'd be very similar to the UCS Star Destroyer that came out. And yeah, this would be a really awesome set. I think a little bit bigger than this one would actually be cool. Of course, you'd have that printed UCS plate on the side. And yeah, that's all I have for you. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video.